Where is it? Just unearthed. Where is the rare ancient poetry book?
Professor Lin. Professor Lin. Spring sleep, unaware birds singing everywhere. What is the second half of this poem? Today, we finally have the answer. Due to those accidents, the great Qian experienced a cultural gap. Everything from the past has been buried in the dust of history. Otherwise, we wouldn't have to.
We the ancient text scholars exist for the purpose of tracing the roots and doing everything possible to fill the cultural gap and restore the glorious and splendid ancient culture of our great Qian. You too completely complete. Mingaren's Spring Dawn. Today.
Didn't I jump off the building? Where is this? I have been reborn. It's just a lousy literary award. I don't want it. In this life, let alone jumping off a building. I won't even be a scholar. Who is it?
Who is who? Look at what time it is. Can the delivery still come? I'm telling you, if it's even 1 second late, I'll give you a bad review.
I'm already at the door. I'll be there soon. Ancient Text Research Institute. Hello, the delivery is here.
Why so slow? Do you want to starve us to death? I tell you, you people at the bottom are just pure cuties. Can't even deliver food properly. What are you standing there for? The delivery is here. Hurry up and leave. Don't be in the way. I'm telling you, you're definitely getting a bad review. Come on, sisters, you must be starving. Let's eat something and then discuss this academic issue.
It's so hard I can't even imagine what the next 2 lines of the poem would be. Yes, this is a problem that has given many big shots a headache to solve it completely. We need more archaeological discoveries.
This is called an academic issue? Even elementary school students know this stuff. Does it really need special research?
What are you barking about? A problem even elementary school students know. You really dare to say? To restore this ancient poem, how many researchers have worked their hearts out? Your irresponsible words are an insult to all ancient text scholars.
What are you, a food delivery guy, blabbering about here? Our important research topic is none of your business.
Even elementary school kids know this question.
Shut up, you have no idea. Do you even know how hard it is to complete Spring Dawn with lines like everywhere the sound of hooves and birds? Please leave.
Alright, little sister Lin, don't get angry with him. People like him, who barely know a few characters, people at the bottom, they don't understand the importance of our research. He's just messing around because I gave him a bad review. Deliberately making trouble, delivery guy. Get out of here now, or dare to talk nonsense again. Do you believe I'll rip your mouth, break your legs, and smash your electric bike? You won't be able to deliver food
Am I
anymore.
wrong? Anyone who has been to elementary school knows this poem, Spring Dawn.
Still being stubborn, huh? Fine, I'll give you a chance. Didn't you say that every elementary student knows this poem, Spring Dawn? Give him a pen, let him complete it for me. Let's see what he can come up with.
Zhaoshuan, little sister, are you overestimating him? A person like him who barely knows a few words thinks he can complete the second half of Spring Dawn? Don't waste time on him. His time is worthless, but ours is precious.
What if I do complete it?
If you complete it, I'll give you.
But if you can't, crawl out of here. crawl while shouting apologies to the entire Ancient Text Research Institute, and beg for forgiveness.
Alright then, open your eyes wide. And watch carefully, oh my. Spring dawn? How could you not know this? It's the last two lines of Spring Dawn. Look.
Night brings wind and rain. How many petals have fallen? It actually makes some sense. Among all current hypotheses, only these two lines fit the original poem's mood the best.
No, lean little sister, what are you saying? What kind of mood do these two lines have? They're clearly nonsense random words thrown together. Poets like Mangarin, at the top of their game, would never write such meaningless garbage verses.
Exactly the content of the last two lines of Spring Dawn has troubled the academic community for many years. A delivery guy completing this poem? Stop joking, but oh my.
No, but Lean my junior, you've been studying ancient texts for years now, are you a seasoned expert? How could you believe such nonsense from a delivery guy? You believe these two lines are the latter part of Spring Dawn? Might as well believe I'm Qin Shi Huang.
What kind of Ancient Text Research Institute is this? To me, you're just a bunch of so-called experts with no real substance. Can't even complete such a simple poem and still have the nerve to call yourselves intellectuals. Are you kidding? I'm leaving.
Good news, the newly unearthed ancient text has recorded the entire Spring Dawn.
Professor, what are the last two lines exactly? Yes, Professor, stop keeping us in suspense. Just say it already.
Who's this? Who wrote this?
Oh, this? Just now there was a delivery guy who didn't know his place, insisted that he could complete the last two lines of Spring Dawn. This is the nonsense he wrote.
Professor Lin, calm down, such lowly people are not worth your anger. You must think this incomprehensible garbage poetry doesn't deserve to be called the latter part of Spring Dawn. I'll tear it up now.
Foolish.
Professor Lin, what do you mean?
The sound of wind and rain at night. How many flowers have fallen? These are exactly the last two lines of Spring Dawn. Not a single word is wrong.
What? No wonder I felt these two lines were extraordinary. They really are the last two lines of Spring Dawn.
Professor Lin, you must be mistaken. That was just a delivery guy.
What delivery guy? Who could complete the last two lines of Spring Dawn? He must be a once-in-a-lifetime genius. You all are blind to talent. What are you all standing around for? Hurry up and find him. Mobilize all the connections of the Ancient Text Research Institute. Spare no expense, we must bring him back. Then I'll personally lead the team. You all follow. We'll go together to apologize to him.
Professor Lin, we are all official members of the Ancient Text Research Institute, are quite reputable in society, and you want us to apologize to a delivery guy. Go and apologize to a delivery guy.
What's wrong with a delivery guy? I want to hire him as an honorary professor at our Ancient Text Research Institute. Honorary professor.
Is a delivery guy even worthy?
His worth is more than all three of you combined. If you don't bring him back this time, you can all pack up and leave.
Professor Lin found out that stinking delivery guy. That gentleman's name is Guyuan. He's currently on his way delivering food.
All right, let's go now to apologize to Mr. Jiu.
Hey, hello, your food delivery is here. Hello, your food delivery.
Why is it you?
If my memory serves me right, she is the girlfriend of this body of mine. Am I being cheated on?
Honey, who is it? Oh. It's you, the green turtle.
Judge, I need an explanation.
Can't you even see what's going on? Fine, I'll be merciful and explain it to you. Me, her. It was like dry wood meeting a fierce fire, a perfect match. Just as a big battle was about to break out, we realized we forgot to bring an umbrella. So isn't this ordering an umbrella delivery, and who would have thought it would be you, the green turtle, personally delivering it? But this is good too. It gives you a bit of participation.
Chinja, haven't I treated you well? The tuition for your schooling, the money for your phone, the money for your plastic surgery all came from me. Why did you betray me?
Gu Yuan, since things have come to this, I'll just say it as it is. What you gave is nothing. I don't want to live a life of hardship with you anymore. I want to live a life of luxury my prime years. Why should they be wasted on a loser like you? And Zhou, he's different. He's an official employee of the Ancient Texts Research Institute, a favorite disciple of the renowned National Studies Master Professor Lan, with a bright future ahead. One is the moon in the sky. The other is a bug on the ground. How can you compare with him?
Ancient Texts Research Institute.
You heard it right, it's the Ancient Texts Research Institute, the top national studies institution in Dakian, dedicated to restoring the glorious traditional culture. Everyone who gets in there is truly the cream of the crop.
Why are we even telling this guy so much? He's just someone who rolls around in the mud every day. In this lifetime, he'll never reach my level.
Sai, the Ancient Texts Research Institute is nothing special. If you really get to know it, you'll find it's full of empty-headed, unworthy zombies.
How dare you? The prestigious Ancient Texts Research Institute is not something you can casually comment on.
Gu Yuan, I'm telling you, you can eat whatever. But you can't say whatever. Watch your mouth. Some things you can't handle.
Fine, I'll give you one more chance to repent considering Jijia's face. Kneel down right now. Knock your head 3 times and slap yourself 3 times to atone for your foolish remarks.
Did you hear that Zhou has already been lenient with you? Don't be stubborn and keep going down the wrong path, getting further and further into trouble.
Xinjia, I'm telling you, every word I said is the truth. Why should I apologize?
Professor Ellen. And the senior students, why are they here?
Oh no, Gu Yuan, you're done for. Did you see that Professor Lin? He's a high-ranking official in the Ancient Texts Research Institute, a big shot with extensive connections. If you offend Zhou, you might still have a way out. But if Professor Lin finds out how you just slandered the institute, then you'll have no way out.
Gu Yuan now. Even if you kneel down and beg for mercy, it's useless. Wait to face the consequences of your foolish remarks. There's no place for you in the entire Dakian. Professor Ellen.
Mr. Jiu, you've been wronged at the Ancient Texts Research Institute. I bring my 3 unfilial disciples to apologize to you.
Please forgive us, Mr. Gu.
What, Mr. Gu?
Professor Lin, you must be mistaken. What kind of person is Gu Yuan? He's not worthy of your apology.
Right, you people from the Ancient Texts Research Institute are all so high and mighty, always chasing me down relentlessly. I'd be grateful if you just left me alone. As for an apology, I can't possibly accept it.
Gu Yuan, at least you have some self-awareness. Professor Lin's apology. You definitely can't handle trash like you. Isn't even fit to lick Professor Lin's shoes.
Professor Lin, what's his status? A social elite, a true upper-class figure. And you, Gu Yuan, are just a piece of scum at the bottom of society. There's a chasm between you. One that can never be crossed.
I don't want to get involved with you big shots. I can't afford to. Please move aside. I have more deliveries to make.
Mr. Jiu, calm down. You two show some respect. Who told you to speak to Mr. Jiu like that?
Professor, he's just a lowly delivery guy. He's worlds apart from us. Why should I respect him?
The way I'm talking to him is already being polite. With Zhou's status, even if I spit, he'd have to open his mouth and catch it.
Outrageous, you fools, you have no idea of Mr. Jiu's worth. Do you know Chun Shao?
Of course. Chun Shao is a work by the great poet Mingaran. It's one of the pinnacle poems describing spring. Unfortunately, due to our cultural gap, only the first 2 lines of Chun Shao remain, while the latter 2 have been lost forever in the river of history.
Over the years, for the revival of our culture, many scholars have tirelessly dedicated their lives just to find relevant materials and complete Chun Shao. But all have failed. If someone could complete Chun Shao, they would surely become famous.
This world's culture faces a gap.
Hey Professor Lin, what do you mean by mentioning Chun Shao? This great poem. What does it have to do with this poor loser?
That loser you're talking about, just today completed the entire Chun Shao.
What impossible? How could he complete Chun Shao?
How of course you think it's impossible. Something you, a mere ancient text researcher, could never achieve in your lifetime. Don't use your vulgar thinking to speculate on Mr. Jiu's genius.
Spring sleep unaware of dawn, birds singing everywhere.
Last night's wind and rain, how many flowers fell? This was personally completed by Mr. Gu. The beauty of the imagery is unparalleled.
On the ancient poetry site Unearthed today, the full text of Mingaran's Spring Dawn was recorded exactly as written by Mr. Jiu. It proves that Mr. Jiu's research on ancient sites is profoundly deep. Mr. Jiu, I came here this time not only to apologize but also to invite you to our Ancient Literature Institute. As an honorary professor, your profound knowledge should not be confined to a delivery job. You should shine in broader fields to promote the revival of our great Chen culture.
This world's cultural vein is broken, urgently needing to recover ancient culture. And I happen to be well-versed in poetry. This is just a slam dunk. Professor Lin, the position of honorary professor at the Ancient Literature Institute. I accept.
Bullshit, you really dare to accept you're not worthy of being an honorary professor. Professor Lin is just a stinky delivery guy, absolutely impossible to have. Such deep literary cultivation, I think there must be some trickery here.
Professor Lin, this is definitely a misunderstanding. Professor Lin, I am Gu Yuan's ex-girlfriend. I know his character best, he's purely a complete ignoramus. Without any ink, it's impossible for him to complete the Spring Dawn.
Exactly, Professor Lin, if we let him be the honorary professor at our Ancient Literature Institute, if it gets out, it would make outsiders laugh their heads off.
Mr. Gu completing the Spring Dawn was witnessed by the three of us.
Seeing isn't necessarily believing, who knows? Maybe this guy saw some master's research results while delivering and plagiarized it and claimed it as his own.
Gu Yuan, you're really shameless. Be honest, which scholar's research did you plagiarize?
Plagiarize? I don't need to plagiarize. The full text of Spring Dawn has long been imprinted in my mind. I can recite it backwards.
Utterly ridiculous for the full text of Spring Dawn. Our academic circle has researched for decades. Only today with the unearthed ancient text was it concluded. If you could recite it backwards, would you still be struggling at the bottom of society?
Gu Yuan, you really make me sick to my stomach. Only today did I realize. Turns out you're not just a poor wretch. You're still a shameless villain. Fortunately, I'm not in your tree, hanging from a tree like Ijo. Excellent ancient book researcher is my home.
Gu Yuan, I think you need to know. The energy of the Institute of Ancient Books has some lies. I can't hide it, just check. Then it will be clear when the time comes. You're just waiting to face jail.
Oh, I'm telling the truth in this world of cultural faults. If you want to compare the understanding of ancient culture, no one knows better than me.
Gu Yuan, you are really brazen. How dare you, in front of so many members of the Institute of Ancient Books, say no one knows the ancient culture better than you. You're not afraid of the wind flashing your tongue.
Don't think you plagiarized the sound of the night. You can establish your position in the cultural world. The poem I've been studying recently is The Sun on the Mountain. Your boy is not very understand. Then please tell me, what is the next line of this poem?
This is too simple.
It's ridiculous. Professor Lin, our ancient book researchers, the most important thing is rigorous and realistic. Is someone like him suitable for ancient book research? Can you become an honorary professor?
Something like him. I don't know a few big characters. Don't say that the mountain is covered by the white sun. I'm afraid it's even those words. He doesn't know how to write.
Shut up, Mr. Gu. The sun is on the mountain. Can you really make it up?
What's so hard about this? Get a pen and paper.
All right, for the sake of Professor Lin, please.
This is the whole poem.
The white sun follows the mountains and the yellow river flows into the sea. If you want to see 1,000 miles, please climb another tall building.
Good poetry.
It's really good. The artistic conception is broad and the weather is strong, especially the last sentence. Make people excited.
It really complements Mr. Gu's harmony in the study of ancient books. It's unfathomable.
You all believe this, don't forget. What is the day is the mountain? What does that have to do with the building? It's a complete patchwork. Forcibly graft something that has nothing to do with it. Bullshit is not.
Gu Yuan, you said that you. Is it interesting? All the people here are experts. Who can you hide from this method?
Gu Yuan, take your stupid verses and get out of here. If this is the original poem, I will take a dump live.
You said the poem was a mess.
Of course, the white sun is covered by mountains and by going up one floor. What is the relationship between the two? It's completely stiff. I don't know what to say.
That's because you're too ignorant.
I am ignorant. I am a researcher of ancient books. You smelly delivery man deserve to say I am ignorant.
Guyanwizhou, he's a good student. How much better than you don't know? You said he was ignorant. You have a big face.
Gu Yuan, if you don't give me a reasonable explanation today, you're not going to walk out of here.
Hey Kinyazu, you know. Wang's Hewen, what is the title of this poem? I told you it was called Stork Lodge. The first two sentences of this poem are White Sun and Yellow River. It's what the poet saw in the building. The last two sentences are what the poet thinks. This sentence is not a fight between the East and the West, but the real painting dragon point clear. This poem uses poetry to say ambition and scenery to spread love. The recitation of the word is even more reflected. The realm of poets' sublime spirit. It is also the highlight of the Tang dynasty weather. Of course, the poem that swallows mountains and rivers is not your kind. Stupid people can understand.
Mr. Jiu has profound knowledge. Insightful people sincerely admire me now. Just feel, to make you an honorary professor is a talent, as long as you are willing. D like to appoint you as Dean Emeritus.
What, Professor Ellen? You made him Dean Emeritus. Are you out of your mind? What kind of shit? He's the one who made it up.
You shut up. What Mr. Jiu said about you. Not bad at all, just an ignorant fool. Who told you what Mr. Jiu said? Without a bit of real evidence.
Professor Ellen, what do you mean? What if he didn't make it up?
Certainly not the latest unearthed poetry ancient books. Mingarin's Spring Dawn is just one of them. There are even more classic poems that have resurfaced, including the poem Ascending the Stork Tower. Every word Mr. Jiu wrote matches the ancient relics perfectly.
When it comes to understanding ancient culture, Mr. Jiu is undoubtedly the foremost expert. I initially thought Mr. Jiu was a bit too arrogant, but now I realize everything Mr. Jiu said is true.
Mr. Jiu was disrespectful to you earlier. I was blind, but now I am completely convinced. Please forgive my earlier offense. The position of Honorary Dean is rightfully yours. We respectfully invite Mr. Jiu to assume the role of Honorary Dean.
Can't.
Honorary Dean, damn it. What did I miss?
This bastard actually became my superior.
Come on, Mr. Jiu, don't decline. The revival of Dacian culture cannot proceed without your involvement.
Assuming the role of honorary dean is not impossible, but I have one condition.
Go ahead, as long as I can do it. I won't hesitate at all.
I don't want to work with this idiot. At the Ancient Text Research Institute, it's either him or me. Either me or him.
And don't go too far. So what if I played around with your girlfriend? Is it worth being so aggressive?
Professor Lin. I only have this one condition if you want me to join the Ancient Text Research Institute. Then Kinyazu must leave. It's either me or him. Professor Lin, you know what to do.
And I admit you have some skills. But to establish yourself in academia, skills alone are not enough. Researching academics also requires understanding human relations.
What do you mean?
Someone like you, a country bumpkin, would never understand the terrifying background of Ijo's family. Starting from 100 years ago, the Qin family has been involved in ancient text research. In this field, they have truly become the leading authority.
Yes, that's right. This is the heritage of my Qin family. In the study of ancient culture, my Qin family is no less than the Ancient Books Research Institute. With just one word from my Qin family, all your so-called crap academic research will be in dire straits, so you'd better not get too cocky. If you kick me out of the Ancient Books Research Institute, that would mean a full-blown break with my Qin family. I'm curious to see whether someone like you, who has no roots, a low-level nobody, can bear the consequences.
Mr. Jiu. It's unwise to oppose the Qin family. For some gold-digging woman, it's not worth going to such lengths. Once you become famous, women from all over will line up for you to choose from. At this moment, it's better to take a step back.
Professor Lin, it's not because of a woman. If someone like him can enter the Ancient Books Research Institute, then I'd rather not join such an institute. Professor Lin, do you believe that with my knowledge, not only one Qin family but even the entire academic circle can't stop me?
And are you trying to make me laugh to death? The whole academic circle can't stop your path. Who do you think you are?
Do you really think you're invincible? Let me tell you, the academic world is vast. There are people beyond people, and heavens beyond heavens. There are many people better than you. I advise you to keep a low profile.
Mr. G, you please be careful with your words. I understand that you are young and arrogant, proud of your talent, but things in the world are not as simple as you think. Talent alone doesn't allow you to act recklessly.
I'll say it again, in the field of ancient culture, I have no rivals.
I find it amazing how much you can boast. It's just about completing 2 broken poems, and you claim to have no rivals. Don't let the wind blow your tongue off.
What if I can complete more poems?
How many can you complete? 3 or 4? 5 or 6? What's the use? Let me tell you. It's completely useless. Human effort has its limits. With just your strength, how can you fight against our entire family?
I can complete 1,000.
What? 1,000? Do you think all of us here are fools?
If you had said 10 or 20, I might have believed you reluctantly. But 1,000? That's absolutely impossible. No one in the world could possibly have such ability.
Oh, Mr. Jiu, confidence is good. But let's not exaggerate too much. 1,000 poems? That number is just too exaggerated.
Not exaggerated at all. The Book of Songs, the songs of Chu, the Qin style, the Han Fu, the Wei and Jin ethos, Tang poetry, song, lyrics, Yuan drama, and Ming and Qing novels. Our great Qian has 5,000 years of traditional culture. How prosperous and magnificent it is. Just a mere 1,000 poems. What does that even count for?
The Book of Songs, the songs of Chu, the Qin style, the Han Fu, the Wei and Jin ethos.
Tang poetry, song, lyrics, Yuan drama, and Ming and Qing novels.
If our great Qian's traditional culture could really be fully restored, what a glorious and spectacular scene that would be.
Mr. Jiu, are you confident?
Of course, in my past life, I was also a literary youth. For a world with such a cultural gap, it's like a dimensional strike, a godlike existence.
Guiyuan, stop talking nonsense. Our great Qian's traditional culture is naturally gorgeous and magnificent. What does it have to do with you?
Don't be in a hurry to flatter yourself. How can you just flap your lips and revive the traditional culture of Great Qian? If you really had such ability, you would have been earning millions a year. How could you possibly be in such a shabby state now?
Professor Lin, I think you need to consider carefully. Really let this arrogant guy join the Institute of Ancient Texts.
Not only does he want the academic world to make way for him, but also to complete 1,000 poems. Someone like him, who brags without even drafting, if he really enters the academic world, it would simply be an insult to the academic world.
Oh, Mr. Jiu.
Oh, Professor Lan, no need to be troubled. True gold fears no fire. Facts speak louder than words, O Kinyazu. How about we make a bet?
What's the bet?
Let's bet on the Institute of Ancient Texts. All the incomplete poems they are researching now. Pick any 10, I can complete them.
Okay, you said it. If you can't answer, kneel on the ground and kowtow 3 times to me. Then crawl out like a dog and never step into the field of ancient text research ever again.
What if I succeed?
Then I'll kneel on the ground and kowtow 3 times to you. Then crawl out like a dog. Then pack up and get out. Never to join the Ancient Texts Research Institute in this lifetime.
Deal it is then. Professor Lan, please set the question.
Good, I'm also curious. Mr. Jiu, where exactly is your bottom line, lean?
Professor, all the current research topics of the Institute are here.
All right, this first question. Hey Kinyazu, what are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm afraid of Professor Lan's selfish motives at play. Favoring Guiyuan, I think setting the question should be left to me.
Quick, Ijo, find the hardest question. I can't wait to see him. Crawling on the ground like a dog.
Kinyazu, don't go too far.
Hey, no problem, go ahead, set the question. If I can't answer it, I lose.
All right, this piece by Lua Binwang. Goose goose goose.
He actually chose this. Kinyazu's insight is really sharp. This poem only has 3 goose characters. The rest of the content is all lost, hard to find. To complete it is extremely difficult.
I've heard of this fragmented poem, starting with just 3 goose characters. It's like a child's scribble. The subsequent content is also impossible to infer. He definitely can't answer it.
Guiyuan, if you can't answer, then quickly admit defeat. Hurry, kneel down and kowtow to me. Don't waste our time. This poem you definitely can't answer.
Hey, coincidentally, I can actually complete this poem. You two listen up.
Impossible.
Yes, absolutely impossible. Such a difficult fragmented poem has puzzled the academic world for a century. You simply can't have the ability to complete it.
Hey, shut up. Are we here to listen to Mr. Jiu complete the fragmented poem, or to listen to you two Babylon? Hey, Mr. Jiu, please go ahead. We're all ears.
Goose, 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 with necks stretched singing to the sky, white feathers floating on green water, red palms paddling clear waves.
Marvelous. Perfectly connected with the 3 goose characters, seamlessly natural without the slightest flaw. This must be Lu Binwang's original work.
White feathers, green water. The red palm and clear waves colors are distinct. Vividly lifelike, completely in line with a child's perspective, without a trace of being overly polished.
A fragmentary poem that has troubled the academic community for a century just got completed like that.
Being able to witness this moment personally feels like a worthwhile trip. Mr. Jiu's literary accomplishment has reached a level that we can't even imagine.
Kinyazu, bring it on with the next piece.
Guiyuan, you just completed 1 poem. Don't get too cocky. The next incomplete poem is. Listen carefully. In the vast desert, sands are like snow. Over Yen Mountain, the moon resembles a hook.
When will the golden bridle be upon its head? Quickly treading through the clear autumn. Liha's horse. Next.
Grass grows and orioles fly in the second lunar month. Willow trees brushing the dike intoxicate in the spring mist.
Children return home early from school, eagerly taking advantage of the east wind to fly kites. Gowding's village dwelling. Next.
Sunlight on the incense burner produces purple smoke. Afar, a waterfall hangs before the cliffs.
Flying down 3,000 feet straight, it seems as if the Milky Way falls from the heavens. Li Bai's viewing the Lushan waterfall. Next.
Impossible. Those 10 poems, he couldn't possibly match them all.
Mr. Jiu, your profound knowledge is as deep as mountains and as vast as seas. It leaves us in awe. Completing 10 fragmented poems with such talent, there's no equal in the academic world.
Professor Ellen, you flatter me. This was but a minor feat. Insignificant, really. As for completing those 10 fragments, shouldn't someone now fulfill their end of the bet?
What was that wager again? Oh, I remember now. If Mr. Gu could complete the feat of filling in 10 fragmented poems, then you Kiniazu would kneel on the ground and crawl like a dog. And also pack up your things and leave the Ancient Text Research Institute.
That never happened. When did I ever say something like that? I was just joking earlier, that's all.
Oh, Kiniazu. You're even more shameless than I imagined. You set the terms of the wager yourself, and now you turn around and deny it as if it were nothing. Oh well. Are promises made by the Qin family really worth so little?
Don't talk nonsense. People of the Qin family always mean what they say. One word is as good as gold. We'd never break our promise. Today that was purely an accident. Although you completed the 10 unfinished poems, I still think it's necessary to further assess your abilities.
Kiniazu, I'm ashamed to have a student like you who has no sense of shame from now on. You are officially expelled from the Ancient Texts Research Institute. Mr. Jiu, let's go.
Yes.
You just wait.
Guyuan, I'll let you bask in your glory for a while longer. Offending the Jin family means your path in ancient text research won't go far.
Mr. Jiu, now that Kiniazu has been completely expelled, you can take up the position of honorary president, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. Taking up the position of honorary president is a big deal. It can't be done so hastily. How about? Tomorrow we'll hold a special appointment ceremony. We need to announce your new status to the world. Today is a special day. In front of everyone we announce that Mr. Guyuan Jiu will take up the position of honorary president of our Ancient Texts Research Institute. I believe with him here, our great cultural revival will proceed more smoothly.
Wait.
This is Kiniazu's grandfather, also the head of the Qin family in the field of ancient text research. He is a cornerstone. His arrival this time is not with good intentions. Be prepared.
Professor Elan, don't worry, I am prepared.
Good. Oh, Mr. Kuhn. What brings you here?
Humph, if I hadn't come, the golden reputation of the Ancient Texts Research Institute would have been ruined by you.
Mr. Qn, what do you mean by that?
What do I mean? My precious grandson, born into a prestigious family with a pure background and overflowing with talent, was expelled by you. This blind fool, and he, born into obscurity of unknown origin, a mere delivery boy, is treated by you like a rare treasure. And you even let him take up the position of honorary president of the Ancient Texts Research Institute. This is utterly absurd.
Delivery guy, this is just ridiculous. The Ancient Texts Research Institute is the pioneer of the cultural revival of Daiki, and we can't let this mess continue. Yes, Professor Lin, you must give a reasonable explanation. How can a mere delivery guy be appointed as honorary dean?
I don't care what you think, Lin, but I have one demand. Today's ceremony is null and void. Get rid of this trash from the bottom of society immediately. Such a solemn place as the Ancient Texts Research Institute can't accommodate a pretty boy like him. Professor Lin, don't get angry. They're all coming at me, I'll handle it. Old QIN specializes in ancient texts, an authority on the Analects. Since you know my identity, you should understand the vast difference between you and our QIN family.
Guyuan, I advise you to know your place. Leave now, don't waste everyone's time.
Offending the QIN family and still wanting to be honorary dean. You're really dreaming.
They say you QINZHENGFENG are an expert on the Analects, but now it seems you're just a fraud.
Mr. Jiu, you're too impulsive.
How dare you? My grandfather is a recognized master in the academic world. No one in Dakian understands the Analects better than him. Who do you think you are to speak so arrogantly?
Guyuan, you're really asking for trouble. If you dare to publicly attack Old QIN's academic achievements, you've really crossed the line. Even Professor Lin can't protect you now.
You're too arrogant. You don't deserve to stand here. Arrogant fool, get out of the Ancient Texts Research Institute. Get out, get out.
You're the first to call QINZHENGFENG a fraud. Do you really think you understand the Analects better than I do? Of course.
You're too cocky. I've never seen anyone so cocky. Even if you were the honorary dean of the Ancient Texts Research Institute, you can't look down on old QIN like this.
Mr. Jiu, your words are indeed too much. Hurry up and apologize to old QIN, otherwise today's matter won't be resolved.
No need to persuade even if he apologizes. Today's matter will absolutely not be settled just like that, GU. Since you think your understanding of the analects is so high, then show me if you don't satisfy me, I'll pull out your tongue. I'll break your dog legs. You should know in the Analects, there's a part that expresses the educational philosophy of Confucius. Of course, I remember Confucius said, be filial at home, be respectful outside, love all broadly, and be close to benevolence. This sentence was actually completed by me. You recite it well, but look at yourself. What kind of scoundrel have you taught?
Guiyuan, watch your mouth.
Hikiniazu hooked up with my ex-girlfriend, flaunting the Qin family's reputation. Disloyal, unfilial, unkind, unjust, unloving, and not close to benevolence. You QINZHENGFENG failed in teaching your grandson, and you dare to claim to be proficient in the Analects. Ijo is still young, even if he did something wrong, can be forgiven. Confucius said repay evil with virtue, but you are narrow-minded and seek revenge. You absolutely cannot hold the position of honorary dean.
So what if he played with your girlfriend? Do you have to be so relentless and go all the way? You don't have the magnanimity of Confucius to win people over with virtue. You must be banned.
I say QINZHENGFENG. Shame on you as an expert of the Analects, don't you know? Repay evil with virtue, there's a second half to that. As for the second half, it has long been lost, but I speculate it should be a supplement to the 4 words, repay evil with virtue. No, you misinterpreted Confucius's meaning.
Come on, Guiyuan, stop pretending and putting on airs here.
You're not Confucius, how would you know Confucius's meaning? Such pretentiousness is really nauseating.
Hey Guiyuan, can you really complete this famous saying of Confucius?
Confucius said repay evil with virtue. How to repay virtue? Repay evil with justice.
How to repay virtue. Repay evil with justice.
I told you, Confucius. How could he be so pedantic? This is his true meaning.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. One must never always give in. When it's time to act, you must act.
So what I did was absolutely right. Even if it were Kong the Sage, he would never forgive a scoundrel like Kiniazu. As for you, old man Qian, you only have eyes for the Qian family, ignoring right and wrong, not distinguishing black from white. All those morals and ethics have gone to the dogs. You, what are you? There's another saying in the Analects that I think fits you perfectly right now. Old and not dead is a thief. If all the old disrespectful people in high positions like you died out, the cultural renaissance of Dakian could advance 30 years.
How dare you, grandfather?
How dare you?
Old man, are you okay?
Guiyuan, if anything happens to old man Qin, I'll make sure you regret it.
You little brat, truly rebellious. Showing no respect for elders. Respect, I only respect those elderly who deserve respect. As for some old farts who rely on their age, they don't deserve it. Alright then, I'll show you whether I Hengfeng deserve it or not. Just today, all the big names in the field of ancient texts are here. I, as a member of the Ancient Texts Association, demand a public trial.
What a public trial?
Professor Lin, what does this mean?
It's a special rule in the archaeology community representing the will of the entire academic world. Once the public trial passes, you will be listed as a public enemy of the archaeology community, completely blacklisted. No institution or individual is allowed to have any dealings with you.
Old fool, I thought I could wake you up with my scolding, make you realize your mistakes, but instead you've become worse. Continuing to bully with your power. Well, you Qian family are truly shameless. Guiyuan, I'll let you be insolent for a few more sentences. Soon you'll become a stray dog.
My old man is going to initiate a public trial against this reckless fool. Who agrees, who opposes?
We can't have a public trial, Mr. Jiu. His talent in ancient text research is unparalleled. You're stifling it. Brilliant new star.
Everyone please state your position. Guiyuan, you see it now. This is the power of the Qin family. You, a newcomer with no foundation, can never topple the great tree of the Qin family.
Except for Professor Lin and these few. All other members of the association unanimously agree. So the public trial begins now.
Old Qian, are you really going to destroy a genius in ancient text studies for your own selfish reasons?
Humph, he destroyed himself. Ancient text research is extremely important. It concerns the revival of Dakian culture. A rebellious scoundrel like him will only become a black sheep.
We must expel this little darling from the ancient text academic circle.
Mud should stay in the mud. Go back to delivering your takeout. Ancient text research is not a field you can dabble in.
Mr. GUI did my best.
I propose to completely erase Guyuan indefinitely, prohibiting him from engaging in ancient text research. Please, all members of the association, raise your hands to vote.
The Ancient Text College of Daijing University agrees to erase Guyuan. The Ancient Text Publishing House agrees to erase Guyuan. The 100 Schools Contend Research Base agrees to erase Guyuan.
Ha 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 Guyuan. Feel the terror of the Qin family? This is called one call 100 responses. This is called gathering shadows.
So what if you have talent offending the Qin family? We'll still turn you into a rat everyone shouts to beat.
I think it's time to announce the result of the public trial.
Wait.
Professor Elaine, do you have anything else to say?
According to the rules of the association, the person being publicly tried has the right to defend themselves.
Oh, do you think there's still a need for defense? Will the result be any different?
Rules are rules.
All right, then give him this chance. It's just a waste of a few minutes.
Guyuan, say what you want to say quickly. This is your last chance.
I am very disappointed with the ancient text research academic circle. All show and no substance. Rotten to the core.
Guyuan, watch your mouth.
If the great Chen culture is to revive, it will take more than recovering those lost literary works. It's about reclaiming the essence of our cultural spirit that has faded away.
Guyuan, stop with your veiled accusations. Do you really think none of us here understands the heart of literary works?
If I'm not mistaken, those fragmented poems you've been studying belong to Wen Tianxiang, Crossing the Lonely Ocean, right?
Yes, Crossing the Lonely Ocean. 8 lines in total. I've already reconstructed the first 6. Only the last 2 remain.
Humph, the final 2 lines. Listen closely. Since ancient times, who can escape death? Leave behind a loyal heart to illuminate history. Do you even deserve these words? You with your conscience buried, cheering for the Qin family's cause. What right do you have to study Wen Tianxiang? And you? Your research topic is Tan Sitong's poem inscribed on prison walls. Facing the sky, I laugh as I raise my blade. Whether staying or leaving, my courage stands like 2 Kunlun mountains. Are you worthy of such righteous valor? And you? You study Yu Qin's Ode to Limestone, unafraid to be crushed into powder, leaving purity behind in this world. But look at your behavior when you die. How will you face them? Yashobo. I said all I needed to say. I hope you all remember what integrity a scholar should uphold. How could I lower my head and serve the powerful? Losing the joy in my soul?
Guyuan. Finish talking, huh? Then it's time for you to leave. No matter how cleverly you twist your words, it won't change anything. The outcome of this public trial.
Get out.
Wait, I have an objection.
What, you have an objection?
Since ancient times, who can escape death? But leave a loyal heart shining in history. As scholars, we cannot lose our integrity. I withdraw the charges against Mr. GU. I support Mr. GU.
You're crazy.
He's crazy in a good way. Scholars must not disgrace heaven and ancestors. I support Mr. GU.
You bunch of scoundrels. Are you trying to rebel?
This is not rebellion but your Qin family's actions have lost the people's hearts.
We respected the Qin family because of their contributions to cultural revival. But today the Qin family's despicable acts have completely disappointed everyone.
Since most members chose to abstain, this public trial cannot be valid. Mr. Gu will not be erased.
You wait for me. This matter is not over.
You better worry about yourself first.
Worry about myself.
Here are all your crimes. Forging ancient texts, academic misconduct, plagiarizing others' research in the past. We feared your Qin family's power, dared not speak. But today it's all over. You're going to jail.
How did this happen?
Old man, they are simply too much. You can't just ignore this.
Shut up, it's all because of you, vixen. You shameless little cutie. And you, a brainless playboy. Ruined our Qin family's century-old legacy.
I'm a playboy. If it weren't for your indecisiveness, old man, would our Qin family be in this state today?
Are you trying to kill me?
Old man. Let me be honest with you. Ancient poetry cultural revival. In my eyes it's all crap. What I've always wanted is status. And power that's at ancient poetry. Spare me.
Well said.
Mr. WLAN, you're here.
Why is there a foreigner here? He must be in the wrong theater.
Walian, a top literary figure from abroad, also the one who proposed the 10 bans in our country trying to invade our culture and infiltrate our youth's minds, it seems. Kinyazu, the scoundrel, is their lackey.
VUN, weren't you just being arrogant? Now that Mr. WLAN is here, why don't you continue reciting your lousy poems?
Kinyazu, I overestimated you. I thought you were just a clueless villain. But I didn't expect you dare to openly betray your masters.
I betrayed my masters with those lousy poems. You've been messing around for decades and haven't achieved anything. I'm different, Guyuan. I know which way the wind blows. I joined Mr. WLAN early on. Now with Mr. Walian's help. Not just the Qin family. But in all of Jingzhou I have a place.
You're Guyuan, I know you. In a short time you restore the broken literary vein. Poetry that no one could restore for hundreds of years, you're impressive. Would you consider coming to my country? There you'll be richly rewarded.
Mr. Ju, don't listen to this person's slander. Our literary vein is broken. A lot of ancient texts. Poetry can't be restored in recent years. We've suffered from rampant cultural invasion from abroad. You're the hope for our cultural revival. If you leave in a few decades, our millennial-old national culture will cease to exist. Our nation will head towards extinction, Mr. Jiu.
Professor Lan, you really underestimate me. Walian, right? No need for you, a hypocrite, to try and win me over. You've written some articles, you know how important cultural revival is to a country, yet you're here implementing your deceptive 10 commandments. You don't deserve to be on this sacred land. Leave.
Guyuan, you're asking for a fight.
Guyuan, don't get so worked up. I also value talent. Since you don't want to come with me, then forget it.
Walian, are you scared already? Scared I'll restore those ancient texts. Scared I'll ignite this nation's cultural confidence and make this nation stand at the world's pinnacle again. Scared I'll make your 10 bans fall flat and send you slinking back to your country.
Scared of you? Are you kidding me? Would I be scared of you? You're just a small Guyuan who restored a few pitiful ancient poems. You think I'd be scared of you?
Walian, you're scared.
You're looking for trouble.
Guyuan, be careful, self-preservation is key.
Yeah, Walian, I know. You look down on our ancient poems, but I'm telling you, other than using that thing in your hand to hit me as a fellow scholar, you have no chance of defeating me.
You're provoking me to compete with you.
Guyuan, don't you know? Mr. Walian's Hamlet is unmatched internationally. Still 5,000 years.
Ridiculous 5,000 years, Guyuan. I now realize you're just a ridiculous fraud. I actually thought you had real knowledge and would be my greatest enemy, but in the end you're just a fraud.
Although I'm not that noble, but in this matter I haven't deceived anyone, including you.
You're still boasting? Then tell me your 5,000 years. Why hasn't a single work appeared internationally and been known by all?
You guys know full well our literary vein is severed. Now less than 1/10 of the literary sediment remains. Yet you use these questions to interrogate Mr. Jiu. What's the difference between this and being a hooligan?
Of course we're being hooligans. What else do you think we're doing? Do you think we're really going to compete with this liar? Guyuan.
I'll compete with you.
How do you want to compete?
I'll use my work, you must use your ancient poems. We'll use different works to illustrate the same point, isn't that fine? That way you'll understand how huge the gap between us is.
Do you need me to find a foreign judge for you, so you won't be upset if you lose?
No need. The gap between you and me, even these people here, you can probably tell.
Then you better go first.
In my work, after the protagonist goes blind, he says, I have no path, so I don't need to study. When I could see, I would still stumble and fall. We often lose out of carelessness because we rely on ourselves. Instead, our flaws can actually benefit us. Guyuan. How about that? Such philosophy and insights into life.
Guyuan, you really are a man. You couldn't even answer the first question. Those poems before, they weren't really just made up on the spot, were they?
Shut up, Kinyazu, I'm thinking. Using an idiom even a primary school student knows to directly defeat that arrogant literary giant Walian. Would he get so angry that he would hit all of us?
You.
Guyuan, don't play smart. I've studied your ancient poetry deeply. You can't fool me.
That's best, then I don't need to translate. Then do you know the story of the old man who lost his horse?
Mr. Jiu, the story of the old man who lost his horse. What does it mean we are ignorant? Please enlighten us, Mr. Jiu.
Guyuan, you wouldn't make up another little story to deceive Mr. WLAN, would you?
You should read more. Listen less to those foreign false propaganda. You don't listen, you see. Now you're dumbfounded.
Guyuan, you dare insult me?
Get away, Guyuan, you're deceiving me again. The literal meaning of the old man losing his horse is that the old man lost his beloved horse. How could it be as profound as mine?
Near the border, there was a man skilled in divination. The horse ran away into the barbarian lands for no reason. The people near the border, 9 out of 10 died. Only he survived because of his limp. Father and son protected each other. Mr. Weilan, do you need me to translate for you? The philosophy of life in your so-called masterpiece was already summarized by the ancients on this land thousands of years ago in 8 big characters. When the old man lost his horse, who knew it wasn't a blessing?
Shut up, I admit I lost this time. In your made-up story, but now it's your turn to ask a question. If I answer it, I'll hit you immediately.
Then you better hit me now. Otherwise, your so-called masterpiece is nothing in front of me.
You better make up a good one that I can't answer, or else you're in big trouble.
Guyuan, you're done for. You just won by playing smart. But everyone knows the limitations of classical Chinese are huge. Influenced by the era of the characters, it's destined to be no match for modern people with broader perspectives and experiences. You're going to die without a place to be buried today.
Young friend Jiu, although I made a mistake, I still have some real talent and learning. Although this scoundrel is a playboy, what he says is indeed reasonable. You must be careful.
Well said, Mr. Jiu. After the literary vein was cut off, classical Chinese is even more in a state of disarray. Although you've perfected many those decades, no one could perfect classical Chinese. But there's still little hope. You are the hope of the classical Chinese world. You are the hope of cultural revival. You can't have any problems.
Although we scholars have shallow knowledge, can't compare to Mr. Jiu, but for the classical Chinese world, we are willing to die for Mr. Jiu. Mr. Jiu, your line. I laugh with my sword to the sky, leaving my liver and gall to Kunlun. Really makes me ashamed now. Mr. Jiu is in trouble. I will definitely not shirk my responsibility. Me too and me. In your words, it's just bluffing. Guyuan, stop delaying, it's useless. Because everyone here today who doesn't follow my orders will die. I will completely sever your literary vein.
Walian, you really are full of yourself. Our vast 5,000-year literary heritage. Dealing with you is a piece of cake.
Guyuan, you're at death's door. And you're still talking tough. All that talk is useless. It's just to cover up your guilt.
Fine then, today. Let you, this uncivilized savage, see what truly shakes the ancient and illuminates the modern. Speaking of shaking the ancient and illuminating the modern, the Tao Te Ching says the greatest sound is silent. The greatest form is formless. What's the explanation, Mr. WLAN?
Quickly write it down, write it down.
You can't handle it, I still have 1,000 words. Let me tell you slowly. Life is like a mustard seed, the heart hides Mount Sumeru. Live as a hero among men. Die as a ghost among spirits. Life and death are simultaneous. A breath of noble spirit, a swift wind over 1,000 miles. Establish the heart for heaven and earth, set the destiny for the people. Continue the lost teachings of the past sages. Open the way for eternal peace. And you, Walian, you can't do any of it.
Guyuan, I really underestimated you. So what if you win? You're all going to die today. How dare a little foreigner cause trouble in our great Qian? Take them down.
Mr. WLAN, are you okay? How dare you? I am from the Qin family.
Guyuan, you're playing me. When did you call for backup?
Of course I'm playing you.
Guyuan, be careful, protect yourself first.
Otherwise, why do you think I talked so much with you? I was just buying time, you fool.
You dare to play me, just you wait.
Well, Yen. Of course I'll wait. Not just me, but also them. And the 5,000 years of cultural heritage, and those cultural workers who toil tirelessly, and those in the past, great figures who have always been watching us. And you. And those dirty ones behind you, attempting to pollute and erode our cultural heritage. We will always be waiting for you villains to crawl under our shining culture.